What's up guys, Guillaume and welcome back to Press Amateur 2023 for episode number 15 of the Bolton Equities Black Spoke Career Mode. In today's episode, we shall move forward in the month of June with the Brussels Cycling Classic at first, and then we'll head for the Belgium Tour. We'll do the National Championships, and maybe some races in early July before moving on to the transfers in the next episode. So yeah, let's dive straight in. We've got some riders coming back quite soon in James Fouché and Jacob Scott, because I did lose Jacob Scott and Mark Stewart. Hopefully they've got energy for the national championships, because, well, they've got a title to retain. And by the way, for the Brussels Cycling Classic, the aim is a top 5 finish. We're going with Matthew Bostock as our leader for the stage. We've got Paul Wright. We've got O'Donnell for the train. I think we've kind of reverted to our season 1 lineup here. Obviously no Ethan Vernon, no Matthew Walls. Therefore, well, no train. So I'm probably going to complain. And I'll probably lose. And I'll blame the game. Even though it most likely will be a mistake made by me. We are not winning the Brussels Classic for some very odd reason. There was a breakaway, and there still is a breakaway, and then a group kind of attacked. It's a group I genuinely did not anticipate, because it's Jasper Philipsen. But like, they've been in the break since I think the Rue d'Itre, which was about 60 kilometers ago, and they're yet to catch the breakaway. So I figured as long as they don't catch a breakaway, well, I'm not catching them. If I'm not catching them, I'm not winning. It's a shame for the sponsor's objective. Yep, it's a win for Michels ahead of Verstegen, and Verhofstadt will be fighting for a very, very low top 20 position, I think. We've even launched way too early. That's P19. That's going to be about P25 for us. Still in Belgium for the Elfsteden Ronde Brugge. I'm gonna learn from my lesson. I'm gonna send riders in the breakaway. Another objective for the sponsor, another top 5, I think. So yeah, we'll send O'Donnell, we'll send George Jackson, and we'll try to win, at least finish in the top 5. That's a shame. George Jackson just crashed as he was in the leading breakaway. I don't think the breakaway would have gone to the end, because the gap is now only a minute. But it's never fun. It's never fun to crash. I guess we're just going to already prepare our train. Alright, good thing is I've got ASCII with 80 cobbles today. And it is, after all, a cobble classic. So we just have to make it work. Jasper Philipsen attacks again. What's wrong with Jasper Philipsen? Mate, you're a sprinter. And you're like the best in the world. You don't need to, like, attack. You're not Tadej Pogacar. Final 5 kilometers coming up. We've got De Wilde in the lead. Jasper Philipsen has gone on the attack again. Still not sure as to why, but he's there. He's alive and kicking. Does he have teammate? No, he does. He's got Gianni Vermeersch. Is he pacing for Gianni Vermeersch? If so, that's completely dumb. But I think there's genuinely a chance that he was. Alright, well, sprint for Matthew Bostock it is for us. One more call sector. Ben Askey's gone. Bostock is gone. I forgot that there was a right-hander. Ben Askey's on his own. We're going to lose to Jasper Philipsen, but that arrives to many people. He can attack and he still wins. It's really just not fair. P3 for Matthew Bostock, P4 for Ben Askey. We'll take that. That is one objective done today. Baloise Belgium Tour. It is once again an objective. I think did we win it last year? I do not have any memories whatsoever. I know I raced it, but that's all I have. Plus 2 for Ethan Vernon, who's triggered his fitness peak, and also he just won 4 out of 4 stages at the 4 out of 4 sprint at the ZLM Tour, which he lost because apparently he lost 53 seconds on the initial prologue. Despite having 74 prologue. Yeah. Not sure how the simulation happened and did that, but it's fine. He still managed to pull 4 stages, and that's quite cool. We're fighting with Inuix for position as we approach Bugenhout. Alright, let's put George Jackson ready for 99. And there he goes. We're getting overtaken by the train of Alpecin for Jasper Philipsen. He has not attacked today, which is good to know. We're being squeezed, we're being sandwiched. I feel like a PB and J, and currently, well, I'm both PB and also J, which is a sandwich that really doesn't make sense. But either way, I digress. Paul Wright has managed to just completely go on his own. So is Tom Sexton. John Bostock is behind. John Bostock? John Bostock. Ethan Vernon is 3 miles away. The win today for Jasper Philipsen in Buggenhout. Actually, no, Jasper de Boist? Jasper de Boist. It's P5 for Ethan Vernon, and mostly it's absolutely horrendous. Second chance for us to do something on this Belgium Tour. A 0 for Ethan Vernon, plus 4 for Matthew Bostock. The issue yesterday wasn't Matthew Bostock. The issue was just corners. The fact that my team never managed to get out of the Uno X / Alpecin train. And yeah, what do you... Unex finished 4th, Alpecin 2nd. Yeah, Ethan was just too far down. Hopefully today we can right a wrong. We've been pacing 99 for the most part of 3 or 4 kilometers now. First with Tom Sexton, now with Paul Wright. Alright, Alistair McKellar is going to go 99 again. And we've been overtaken by Chris Nierlands. He's a good rider, to be fair, it's understandable. Why are there so many corners in Belgium? Right, genuinely, why? Do we need those? I don't think we do. George Jackson trying to lead Aaron Gay, trying to lead Matthew Bostock. We've been boxed in. That's the end of our sprint. There's just nothing I can do if I keep getting boxed in like this. We're losing so many positions. It's absolutely infuriating. Philipsen, Fredheim, Steimler. It's gonna be another P5 finish for us. This time with Matthew Bostock. The fuck am I meant to do? Time trial, I think this is where I had lost the Belgium Tour last year. 77 time trial for Ethan Vernon today, who's by far my leader. Miguel Heidemann has taken the lead in Bornem. What team is that? LTP. Leopard, Togged. Yep, 73 time trial on paper for him. We'll see what Ethan can do. If I can get close GC-wise to Heidemann, maybe I can try and get the GC through the other stages in bonus seconds. But so far, I haven't seemed to really have any luck and any results on this race, except 2 top 5s. Hopefully we can improve on that in the coming stages. And cross the line for Ethan Vernon. P7, 17 seconds behind Heidemann. It's a good time trial by the German. Definitely a good time trial by him. And shock, it's a win for Heidemann. P7 for us, that means that GC-wise we're going to be sitting in P3, with Aaron Gate in P4. Not too bad. Vans 154 kilometers. I remember this stage because that's how I got, I think, the polka jersey. I mean, if Ethan Vernon can just stay with the first group, because I'm pretty much convinced that someone like Dan Hula will, and I'm pretty much convinced that someone like Miguel Heidemann is also going to be able to stay with that group. So if I can just get the stage win with Vernon, I'd be 5 seconds off the lead. Maybe there's something to be done. I managed to catch him right before the crash, but Ethan Vernon is still alive. I did think that he was going to crash as soon as I pressed play, but he didn't. Not sure as to why, but he's there. At the back of this group, probably crashing at the worst possible moment because this is the one big difficult hill, and if I get dropped from this one, well, we're done out. Hopefully he can come back. Go on, Ethan. Yeah, I think Ethan's done. It's a shame, but I think he's out. That means we're now going for Aaron Gate. And that means I need to play on the offense now. Which is not how I had expected things to go. Also, one thing I hadn't noticed, there's a breakaway, and they have a 2-minute lead with 15 kilometers remaining, meaning that there's a very strong chance that said breakaway could potentially take the stage. Ethan Vernon has attacked. He's trying to come back. I mean, he won't be able to do so, but he's attempted it. And that's very cool from him. Ahead, no one's actually dangerous GC-wise. Wait, hold up. If no one's dangerous GC-wise, then why the fuck am I pacing? Let's try to bring Ethan Vernon back in this group. I think that has to be my tactic. Come on, Ethan. Just get the wheel of George Jackson, and then you're safe. Come on, lad. You're basically there. You've made the most difficult part of the job. Just go get the wheel of Matthew Bostock, and you're safe. What a lad! And I'll tell you what. The stage will be in the breakaway. To my disappointment, but not by that much. Not by that much. Axel Zinglier's attacked with Van der Meulen. Just you two, like, if you could stop. Like, look at each other, stare in each other's eyes. No? Okay. Disappointing. There goes Matthew Bostock. I mean, if I can get P3 with Ethan Vernon, I'd take it. Hold up. No, I've been blocked. No! For fuck's sake. P2 for Vernon, P1 for Philipsen. Where's Heidemann? Wait, Heidemann exploded. Am I first? I've taken the lead of the GC. What the fuck have I done? How have I done this? By far one of the maddest stages I've played, but we're now first and second in the GC with Ethan Vernon and Aaron Gates. And that means one thing. I need to defend on the final stage, because otherwise I'm just gonna lose. Final stage in Belgium. Come on, I've got a GC to win. In the meantime, we were also doing La Route d'Occitanie, which I haven't recorded. But we've won 2 stages out of 3 so far. There is one more stage, but I'm pretty much convinced that Archie Ryan is on his way to win a second general classification of his career with Bolsonaro with his Black Spoke after winning the Tour of Mojave. And that's genuinely perfect. Final 5 kilometers, Aaron Gates is leading the peloton. There goes George Jackson. This time, I'm not taking any prisoners. We are going 99, and if UnoX bullies me, I will block them. That is my prerogative. I forgot to use the gel, but we're good. Hold up. We're good. Next, Tom Sexton, Bostock, Vernon. Come on. Vernon. And we're gonna lose again. We've lost again. We have lost again. We have lost again. I've lost to fucking Alexander Shelby. That's a car. We did, however, win the GC and the points classification, which is good. Also, whilst we're on the topic of winning things, I've won the. I mean, I guess my reserve won the national championships of Mauritius. Sorry, but here he's on his own. But apparently, yeah, some riders from Rwanda finished second and third. I'm not really sure as to why. Oh, they're there. Okay, so I'm just guessing the game can't handle having one rider per nation. But we've won something. Isn't that great? A championship I'm most likely going to lose, and that is the UK one, the time trial British one. Currently, the top 6 is from Ineos. I don't think Ethan Vernon has what it takes to enter said top 10. Fred Wright potentially does. Maybe Owen Dole. Not sure, but yeah, this is ridiculous. DSM's got Max Paul and Oscar only, and it's only P8 for Oscar. Final 3 kilometers for Ethan Vernon, currently sitting in P6 at the intermediate, meaning that it will not be a 1, 2, 3. I mean, Simon Carr took P3 already. P4, sorry, so it won't be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the Grenadiers, MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, is taking P4, big ups Joshua Giddings, and Ethan Vernon across the line, P4. Alright, does Ineos win though? And they do. Unless Ethan Yates had pulled something, though, yeah, it's a win for Geraint Thomas, ahead of Simon Yates and Josh Darling. Josh Darling, who is a name I have on my radar for a potential signing. Not this year, I don't have the funds for that. High chance that we also lose this national title, and that is the Irish time trialing one. I don't think Ryan Mullen is there, but Ben Healy is. And, no, Ryan Mullen is there, so is Darren Rafferty, so is Eddie Dunbar, so is Archie Ryan, but it's a bad day for Archie, so yeah, let's take an L. Also, pretty sure that Archie Ryan progressed, and I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, we've been overtaken and dropped by Ryan Mullen, who takes the lead. We're virtually P2, that's going to change. Darren Rafferty takes P1, Eddie Dunbar takes a position that is ahead of us, that is P3. Ben Healy, potentially the win. Indeed it is. Ben Healy is the Town Hall Champion of Ireland. Another rider on my radar. You know the story right now, 100% win record on our national championships. Road races, at least. We'll try and maintain that heading into today's championship. +1 for Ethan Vernon, +5 for Ben Askey. The rest of the team is a bit under. I'll try and make it work. It's not a parkour, I know, so I don't know if the breakaway wins. So based on that, I'll just send Askey in the breakaway. And cover that basis. But yeah, we're going for Ethan Vernon today. I want the JBR kit to be on his shoulders. I've been put in quite a difficult position here. 23k to go. I feel like the breakaway is not going to the end. However, one group has attacked a chase group with Ineos inside, therefore they're not pacing. DSM is there, so they're not pacing, and you do have Fred Wright and Owen Dole, who are good riders, and I can't exactly let them go, so I'm sort of forced to pace on Ben Askey, who's still in the leading group, still looking strong, by far the best rider in that break, despite the presence of Paul Double, who I genuinely thought was young, because he was on my shortlist. I know some people want me to sign him. I thought he was younger than this, because I think he's now 27, turning on 28 comes the start of next year. It's a bit old. We got the chasing group. I think what I'm going to do is drop Ben Askey back to the peloton, have him as, like... Oh wait, the entire breakaway decided to stop. Okay, so Ben Askey just has way too much power on that group. But yeah, he's just going to be now my train. He's going to be the first step, the first, yeah, just like in a rocket, like the first part of the rocket, the one that goes the quickest. But yeah, the aim is simple. Send Ethan Vernon to the top of British cycling with the title today in Castle Douglas. 5 kilometers until we finish our efforts. There is a downhill portion, hence why I've already got 4 riders left. I did count on that. Matthew Bostock will lead Matthew Walls, who will lead Ethan Vernon. It is one of my worries. It may be slightly too strong a train. It's never been done on this save so far to have my 2 main sprinters together on the same race, sprinting together, one as a train, one as the sprinter. But Matthew Bostock is going to lead out Matthew Walls. Matthew Walls, 1.5 kilometers until Castle Douglas. No one directly in the wheel of Ethan Vernon, as we have 1 kilometer left. Ethan Vernon versus Jake Stewart. Oh, it's gonna be fucking close. It's gonna be very close, but the win today in Castle Douglas is for Ethan Vernon, national champion of Great Britain. Come on. Alright, final race of the day, the Irish Championships. We've won them last year with Ryan Townsend. The aim is to keep that jersey. We'll see if they allow us to be in the breakaway. They may not, but then again, we're the only team with more than one rider. So if no one in this group collaborates, which it doesn't seem like anyone's collaborating, we'll be in the breakaway with both Archie Ryan and Ryan Townsend. And we should win. It is a tad difficult. We did manage to make the breakaway, and we've never been threatened by the peloton. They did try at one point to chase us down. They brought the gap from 15 minutes to 7. But the issue is I had to pace literally every time with Archie Ryan, trying to prevent this breakaway from collapsing, and just keep attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking. And yeah, it just destroyed the energy of Archie. But he's there, he's alive, he's got 6 kilometers left, and then he has a strong chance of bringing Ryan Townsend towards a second Irish title. We'll use the gel on both Ryans. Alright, come on Ryan Townsend. Come on lad. I don't think I'll have the energy to properly have the sprint. We're going to launch very early with Ryan Townsend. I'm hoping that I can catch Martin Keogh and O'Connor. Yeah, easy. I'm acting surprised, but let's be honest, there was no surprises whatsoever. It's a win for Townsend ahead of Ronan O'Connor, Cian Keogh, Kevin McCrumbridge, and Archie Ryan for our second Irish title and our 4th road title out of 4 this year. That's 7 out of 7. Yeah, we're good on this one. We're good. Usually those are the races I always lose, but this year, and this career so far, smooth. Actually, this is going to be the final race of the episode. Circuit Franco-Belge, it is a sponsor's objective. It is the comeback race for Dylan Hopkins. Wow, 37 fitness. Yeah, he's just here to get some mileage on his legs. Matthew Walls is here, so's Jacob Scott, so's George Jackson, but mostly our leaders today are Alistair McKellar and Archie Ryan. Actually, mostly McKellar rather than Ryan. And we'll try to use the 76, make that 79 hills today of the Aussie champion as much as possible. So far, I gotta say, it's been quite interesting. George Jackson is in the breakaway. Oh, sorry, no, was in the breakaway. He's been caught by the peloton, and although he feels like they're riding on cobbles right now, which I can guarantee they're not, he single-handedly managed to bring everyone together. Why am I attacking with George Jackson? I literally have got Archie Ryan here. What's wrong with me? Mauro van Sevenant on the attack, though. Valgren follows. Archie Ryan is there, so is Alistair McKellar, so is Matthew Walls. To be fair, big ups Matthew. Didn't think he'd pull through. But he's there, he's alive. And we could potentially do something with Matthew Walls, now that I think about it. Let's try to get water first with George Jackson. Come on, son. If you could hydrate me, that'd be lovely. No, don't get dropped. Oh, George! And they're going again. They are going again. I'm not sure I'm going to catch them, 4 kilometers. I'm going to go for Matthew Walls. He's by far the best sprinter in this group. Sure, he's lost energy. And sure, he's not as good as the other riders when it comes to hilly terrain. But he should have the legs to do something. We've got 3 riders from Soudal, 3 riders from Bolton Equities Black Spoke. Are we the basic equivalent of Soudal in Continental? Potentially. Alistair McKellar has gone. I'm very sorry for the frame rate, which is absolutely horrendous to look at. At least I'm pretty sure it is, because it's horrendous to play. It's a win for Michael Valgren ahead of Matthew Walls and Brandon McNulty. I'll tell you what, I'll happily take a P2 with Matthew Walls on the Circuit Franco-Belge. That about wraps up the episode. We are on the 1st of July, meaning that I have 1 more month until the transfers. One thing I want to know is, what kind of transfers do you guys want me to make? I haven't done the dossiers yet. So far, there's been no tweaks. Nothing has been done to the database or to the save. But do you guys want me to do entirely transfers through PCM? Or can we have some fantasy thing? Therefore, I would not show the transfers in the next episode, but rather in a mid-season or end of the season update, heading in season 3, which would also possibly mean more modded stuff heading into season 3 and a potential entry to World Tour. But then again, that is also up to you. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. I give you some time to think about it, because I usually record a couple of weeks in advance. So yeah, if you want custom transfers or real transfers, that is up to you, and I shall oblige. But I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, a successful one. And I'll see you for the next one, which would be episode 15, where we'll be doing our first World Tour 1 week race, I guess, with the Tour de Pologne. And yeah, hopefully you guys will be there. If you want to see the episode, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and I'll catch you in the very, very near future. My name is Guillaume. Have an amazing day. See ya. Pass me the funk.